Oh, it's Yuzu-chan's father. Hello.
こんにちは。
こんにちは。お見舞いに来てくれたんだね。ありがとう。
No problem.
そして今は何を？
ゆずちゃん、午後の診察逃げ出したんですって。で、今診察受けてるんです。それで、終わるまで廊下に出てようかと。
ああ、そういうこと。ダメだな、ゆずは。逃げちゃったのか。
But she gave up and they're looking her over now.
そっか。
His expression was a little sad. I wondered what was wrong.
シンさん、何かあったんですか？
Nanaka seemed to notice his gloomy air as well.
今、お医者さんに呼び止められてね。ゆずのことで、ちょっと。
He seemed hesitant to talk about it.
二人はゆずのお友達だから、ちゃんと話すね。
Oh, he's getting serious for the first time ever.
実は、ゆずのやつ、手術受けないと治らない病気なんだ。
Shin-san started explaining everything to us. What? It was a shocking revelation. Yuzu-chan was always running around so energetically. How could she need surgery? It's obviously something else, isn't it? It's not like something that affects your physical health, like you can still move around all that. It's probably something like, I don't know.
その手術もね、あまり良くないんだ。
よくないって。
助かる確率が低いんだよ。
What?
そんな。
こればっかりはね。
Shin-san continued to explain. He told us that Mitsukoshi Hospital had the highest success rate for curing other patients with the same disease as Yuzu-chan. The experts at this hospital, combined with a natural environment, provided a high standard of care for the patients. As soon as he heard about this hospital, he decided to bring her to this island. Oh no.
そんな風に見えないです。だって、ゆずちゃんすごい元気で。
Nanaka raised her voice both in panic and denial.
あの子は全部わかってるから、あそこまで元気になれるんだ。
Wait, so she knows about it and acts energetic.
元気に笑って、怖い怖い病気を吹き飛ばそうとしてるんだよ。
I had no idea she was so sick. I could barely believe it, but it all added up. Yuzu-chan was seriously ill.
嘘だよ。そんなの。
ごめんね。
It wasn't his fault. We had all assumed it was just some minor illness. A heavy silence fell over us. None of us knew what to say. The next moment, we heard Yuzu-chan's bright laughing voice from the room.
本当に、あの元気な笑いで病気が逃げていってほしいよ。
Well, you know, they say that laughter's the best cure and all that, but it's kind of not really, not in these kind of situations.
でも、じゃあすぐにでもゆずちゃん、手術しなきゃ。今すぐにでもしなきゃ。手遅れになったら。
Calm down, Nanaka. The surgery is risky too.
そうだけど。
ごめんね、ななかちゃん。
He spoke remorsefully.
ゆず本人がそれを知っていてね、手術を受けたがらないんだ。
ゆずちゃんが？
ああ、本人が嫌がっているのに無理に受けさせるのもどうかと思ってね。もちろん、すぐにでも手術を受けて助かる確率にかけたいんだけどね。僕自身、どうしていいかわからなくて。
As calm as he was, it was clearly hard on him. If she was going to get better for sure, then there wouldn't have been any issue. So what is her illness then? You like said she got a disease. So what's the disease? I mean, she acts energetic, but is it like one that's like makes you physically feel a lot of pain? If that's the case, then how the hell is she able to keep so energetic and roll around and all that? but the risk made it
お
terrifying.
や、その絵本、
He looked at the book in my hand.
この島に来た理由はそれもあるんだよ。
What?
枯れない桜にお願いをすると叶えられるって。
Shin-san.
驚いたかい？でもね、人間どうしていいのかわからなくなるとね、ただの言い伝えでも何でも拝みたくなるんだよ。
Suppose he's got a point.
神頼みってやつだね。拝んで頼んで、それであの子の病気が治ってくれたらって本気で願うんだよ。
There was nothing we could say. What the fuck? The music just abruptly ends before the transition. That was awkward as hell. This was awkward as hell as well. That revelation just like, well, it's more serious than you thought it was. We're not gonna specify if like without the surgery she'll die very soon or anything like that, but it does seem to indicate that. And she's kind of not really kind of wanting to go through with that, so we're gonna throw you just like in the morning and just like I didn't get much sleep at all. I couldn't stop thinking about Yuzu-chan. Nanaka was depressed too. Lately it was just one thing after another. Sakura-san's gone again. There wasn't anybody else in the house. I wondered what she was off doing every day. Is this a letter? She had left a letter on the table sitting under the bowl of satsumas. It's from Sakura-san. I need to take care of some business so I won't be able to be home for a while. She's never home anyway. I wonder what kind of business she was talking about. I guess it's not my place to pry, though. I was just concerned since I hadn't seen her for a while. I hope she was alright. Time to eat some breakfast and go to school.
おはよう、ヨシユキくん。
Good morning, Nanaka. We walked to school together. Looked like she might have recovered a little. Yesterday, when we were coming back from the hospital, she didn't say a word.
ヨシユキくん、
Huh?
私、考えたんだ。
About what?
うん。やっぱりね、ゆずちゃんには手術を受けてほしいって。
Nanaka. I scratched my head, unsure of how to respond.
だって、確かに確率は低いかもしれないけど、今のままだとどんどん悪くなるじゃない。それなら手術受けた方がいいよ。
Nanaka's words spilled out. I understood her point, but she doesn't want to get the surgery. And surgery is super risky too.
でも、ヨシユキくん自身はどう思ってるの？
Of course I wanted to get the surgery, but...
ね、私もそう思うもん。きっと C さんだってそう願ってるよ。手術受けてほしいって。
Nanaka.
私決めた。
Nanaka stopped walking and looked back at me.
ゆずちゃんに言ってみる。手術受けようって。
This was complicated. I understood how Nanaka felt, but I wasn't sure about her plan. I didn't think that Yuzu-chan could be persuaded all that easily. Her father must have tried it, along with all the doctors and nurses from Mitsukoshi Hospital. After all that, she still refused to have the surgery.
きっと分かってくれるよ。ゆずちゃんなら。
Nanaka nodded and spoke the words out loud as though trying to convince herself. It really is hard to take any drama in this friggin' game visual novel seriously when you just switch from scene to scene and like one moment it's like sad piano, and next piano. On the other side though, it's like you had the drama with the band completely kicked to the curb. Now you've got this new bit of drama. It's just like, this is the main focus, and get out of here. What a nice rest. As usual, history class wound up serving as my nap time. Oh! Oh, no, you son of a bitch. You think history's boring, you motherfucker? History is one of my favorite subjects. I like history. And by that, I find it interesting, but just look at it and just like, man, has humanity always been this, you know, freaking terrible? With like wars and freaking just conflicts over religion, over resources, over stupid shit, not getting along. It's like, why can't we be friends, man? It's like, no, there's too many of us for us all to see eye to eye, I'm afraid. That's thinking too optimistically. No, that's never be the case. We're kind of a smart yet stupid species, yes. As usual, Baba. Sorry, Sensei. I guess I'll go to use the bathroom and sleep during the next class, too. I stood up from my seat. As I did, Coco entered my field of vision. Seriously. I don't get that about some people. Why sleep through the class? You're here to learn, not sleep, you son of a bitch. She was staring vacantly out the window. Akane and Anza went with her. Man, is it really gonna, like, eventually go back to the band drama as well? It's just like, you've got so many different stories going on, and it's like, okay, you've got, like, subplot, and I don't know what the main plot would be, actually. There's just, like, two different things going on. This could be my chance to talk to her. Ever since that day in the music room, that long ago day, it felt like we hadn't talked at all. She'd been avoiding Nanaka, too. Hey. She looked up at me in surprise. Immediately she looked away. Yo. What you doing?
別に。
Hey, Coco. I don't know how to ask this, but are you guys fighting? You and Nanaka. Coco looked at me blankly, then suddenly forced a smile.
喧嘩なんてしてないよ。
Oh, well, that's good. Then there was just one more thing I had to ask. Why was Wataru so angry, and why did he leave the band? I couldn't deal with it until I knew what was going on, because I'm too stupid to figure it out. I couldn't just let it end like this. It just took forever for you to even ask. I watched her for a while. She didn't seem as cold as she had been the last few days. It was as if she had found some peace. Hey, Coco. About the band.
月島ちょっといいか
Wataru butted in between Coco and I hadn't realized he was at school today. He had been so quiet I hadn't even noticed him. But I wasn't about to joke about that out loud. He was obviously still upset with me. He grabbed Coco's hand forcefully.
Yoshiyuki、ごめんね。
With that, Wataru dragged her from the classroom. Just before he left, Wataru shot me one last dirty glare. That was bad. Obviously, he really was still mad. Oh, what the hell is going on?
あらら、まだ分かってないんだ。
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. What? I saw Akane watching the scene with a smile. What is it?
別に困ってるから助けてあげようかなって思って。
Help me?
吉行くん、今日の放課後ちょっと付き合って。
She whispered at me and deviously winked. Deviously winked. Blah, blah. Classes were finally over. I went up to the roof just like Akane had asked me to. You know, this reminds me of the Noah scene in Little Busters with the same voice actress, only the character was Komori, and I think they were doing stargazing and usually would eat on the roof.
やっほ。
Akane was waiting for me, haloed by the light of the setting sun. Akane always had this habit of acting like your big sister, well, you wanted her to or not. As I arrived, she smiled like a mother about to give a lesson to a small child. So, how are you going to help me? I was a little frustrated by her laid-back attitude. I am more than a little frustrated with your absolute denseness, Yoshiyuki. I decided to try to force it out of her.
よしゆきくん、わたるくんとかココちゃんのことでずっと悩んでるでしょ。
Not exactly bothered, but go on.
自分で気づくまで待ってようかなとも思ったんだけど、なかなか気づかないから出しゃばってみました。
No shit. I muttered a sarcastic apology under my breath. Akane saw my reaction and started chuckling. Meh, it was fruitless trying to gain the upper hand against her. So just tell me already, what's been going on with those two? It's driving me crazy. You just said it didn't bother you much, and then you're just like, it's driving me crazy. I decided to wear my heart on my sleeve and beg her.
よしゆきくんは優しいね。
What? Why did you... What?
本当はすごく人気があってモテてるんだけど、全然気づいてないでしょ。
I don't get the use of that right there. It's like you're such a nice guy. Why are you saying in this situation, if we're referring to the whole thing with Wataru and Coco and all that, he's 0% bro, 100% oblivious idiot, and very friendly towards females. Me, popular?
え？
What a joke. If I was so popular, why did it take me so long to find a girlfriend? It's because it took you that long to realize that a girl had any interest in you, you dumbass.
よしゆきくんは優しいし、人望もあるし、冗談ばっかり言うけど、本当はちゃんといろいろ考えてるんだよね。
Provided they're a girl.
周りに気を配ることも忘れないしさ。
What?
白川さんがよしゆきくんのこと好きになるのはすごく当たり前だと思う。そしてココちゃんもね。
Okay, you know the whole dramatic music stops. It's just like, God, we knew this from the very beginning. Like before the relationship even started with Naka, we clearly saw that Coco liked him. You can't friggin' just be like, oh, dramatic, oh, what a plot twist, oh, shocking turn of events. What? I couldn't believe what I had just heard. Ow! No, I'm not smacking myself in the head for that. Coco loves me? Oh my god, I didn't realize she... Oh, no way.
ずっと前からだよ。でも告白してもし断られたら友達関係でいるのも難しくなるからって。あの子ずっと告白しないできたの。そしたら白川さんに先越されちゃったってわけ。バカだよね、ココちゃんも。どっかで過信してたんだよ。よしゆきくんが他の子と付き合うわけないって。ココちゃんはよしゆきくんも好きなんだけど、白川さんも大事な友達でしょ。
That is an awkward position to be in, isn't it? You fancy one person, and then your best friend goes out with this person, just like, shit, man, I don't know how to feel about that.
そんな二人が付き合い始めちゃったわけだからね。
Yeah, and especially the way you just like, I mean, you were very open about, you know, the whole thing. You just like, all being like, all coupley and just like everyone just like, get a room, you too.
そりゃどうしていいのかわかんなくなるよ。バンドもね。
I didn't know what to say. I never knew that Coco was in love with me because I'm too dense. I'd always had feelings for her, maybe even more than friendship. But it was never love. And then you will totally contradict yourself when we go through Coco's route, you son of a bitch.
びっくりした。
Because, you know, that's how it goes. You go through a different route and things develop differently. Yeah. luck.
本当に鈍感だよね、よしゆきくん。私とあんずちゃんで一生懸命二人をくっつけさせようとしてたのに。
Oblivious, really oblivious. That's a fucking understatement.
全然わかってないんだもん。
That's cause he's very oblivious. I'm sorry.
謝ることじゃないでしょ。
Oh man. If they had images for like words in the dictionary, his face would be right there for oblivious.
わたるくんがココちゃんのことが好きだってことはなんとなく知ってたでしょ。
Yeah.
だけどココちゃんはよしゆきくんが好きだった。
Finally, I finally understood what was going on. It just took... I can't, man. I just can't. That means Wataru couldn't stand to watch. He couldn't stand seeing Coco getting hurt because Nanaka and I were flirting in front of her. I freaking figured this shit out at the very beginning. I'm pretty sure you viewers did as well. It took him this fucking long. I just can't. He's like, oh, it's driving me mad not being able to figure it out. It was driving me mad, the fact that you weren't figuring out something that was so freaking obvious.
多分ね。
Ah!
やっとわかった。わたるくんがよしゆきくんにあんな態度を取るのははっきり言ってお門違いなんだけどね。ココちゃんに振られたショックもあったんだと思う。
I'd be surprised. Well, I don't know. You should have expected that to happen. I mean, if Coco loves Yoshiyuki, then why would she love Wataru? They're just friends, that's it. So of course he would be rejected.
きっと俺は月島に振られたっていうのに月島の本命は他の子とくっついちゃったし。
That and still being oblivious to the whole thing.
でもだからって月島が俺と付き合うはずもなくどうすりゃいいんだよっていう八つ当たりだよね。
I found myself nodding along with her. It all clicked. That's just the kind of thing Wataru would do. He probably knew it was wrong to get mad at me, but he was so confused and couldn't control his anger. That's why he exploded in the music room. He couldn't bear to see Coco in pain.
なんだかみんな不器用だね。
At the slowest pace imaginable. I still can't get over it, man. Akane turned a little philosophical.
不器用で優しいよね。
You know, a lot of things I say freaking sound philosophical a lot of the times, man.
私はそんなみんなが大好きなんだけどね。
I love that you're completely oblivious.
前みたいに元に戻るかちょっとわからないけど時間が解決すると思うんだ。ココちゃんもちょっとずつ現実を受け止めようとしてるし。でもそのことをねココちゃんがワタルくんに言ったらワタルくんますます落ち込んじゃったみたいでそれで昨日学校休んじゃったみたい。バカだよね。
You know, all of this could have been resolved right from the get-go if we just caught on that the... How can such an oblivious person exist? Well, he doesn't exist technically, but seriously, there are people in the world like this, isn't it? I mean, my god.
ワタルくんも早く現実に目を向けろって感じ。
I mean, it's one thing to not realize that, like, I don't have any words for this anymore, seriously. I'm just gonna be like, I see. I couldn't agree that he was being silly. I understood how it felt to be so frustrated.
だから
Oh,
ね
don't even know, man.
よしゆきくん今はそっとしておいてあげて。
That's kind of what he's been doing for the most part. He's kind of forgot about the whole situation.
でもだか からって変に気を使ったり、呆れたり無視したりするんじゃなくて、
You know, like you've been doing?
いつか何かの拍子で壁を越えられる時が来ると思うから、それまでね。義行くんはいつもの義行くんでいてね。
The Yoshiyuki-kun that we all know and love that brought about this situation with his obliviousness. Oh yes, continue doing that. You're doing a swell job.
白川さんのこと本当に好きなんでしょ。
Yeah.
だったらなおさらい
What?
つもの義行くんでいてね。
But if he bees himself, he'll remain an oblivious idiot forever. Akane smiled gently. I could tell that she'd been worried about Coco and Wataru and me. She really was a nice girl. Does Anzu know about this too?
もちろん知ってるよ。ハンズちゃんはもっと冷静だけどね。
Everyone knew, Yoshiyuki. Everyone knew. I'm pretty sure Nanaka realized the situation as well. But you, on the other hand, didn't freaking realize shit.
義行くんに失恋したココちゃんを冷静に励ましてたし。
Seriously, I am actually just like, oh man, it actually took someone freaking telling him, straight up telling him the whole situation for him to realize. I was holding out a little hope that he would figure it out on his own. God damn, he's just... I'm never gonna get over that.
未練がましい渡くんを冷静に叱責してた。
And I'm yelling at you, Yoshiyuki, for being so goddamn dense. It's already happened, man. The black hole that is your density has formed and consumed everything. I see. Just like that's his reply to all this, I see. I never knew that I had such good friends.
さてと。これで鈍感な義行くんも原因が分かったことだし。
You know, I think this is the first time I've flipped at a character in a Let's Play since freaking Mad Father, man.
いろいろあるだろうけど、頑張ってね。
Yeah, thanks, Akane.
礼には及びません。
She left and disappeared from the roof. I stayed up there for a while watching the sun disappear below the horizon. I tried to stay calm and sort out the complicated thoughts she had inspired. It's like, oh man, I'm not good at complicated thoughts. That's why we got into this situation, because I didn't think about it. I ate dinner, took a bath, and quickly snuggled up inside my bed. But I couldn't sleep at all. I stared up at the ceiling for a long, long time. Coco is in love with me. Akane's words from earlier in the day rang in my ears. Now I knew why Wataru was mad and why Coco had been acting so awkward. But there really wasn't anything I could do for them. Akane told me to give them some space, but was that all that I could do? I love Nanaka and I'm dating her. That wasn't about to change no matter how upset Wataru got. Nanaka wasn't going to stop me later, even if it meant making her relationship with Coco awkward. Now I know. I started thinking about the things Nanaka had whispered to herself. Ever since things with Coco had gotten awkward, she had been talking to herself a lot. She was assuring herself that she didn't make a mistake and that there was nothing she could do for now. She knew it. Well, of course she knew it, man! She knew Coco had feelings for me. Nanaka must have been feeling guilty about confessing her feelings to me. Ah, gee, you think? God damn it. Ah, my head is going to explode. But she was also proud of staying true to herself. She was trying to reassure herself that she had done the right thing. Huh. Apparently it's been this way for a while. Apparently my brain's been switched off the whole time. How come I never noticed? Because... unless there's some kind of magic that we are unaware of that makes you oblivious to these things, like someone put a spell on you, maybe that's it. Maybe Nanaka put a spell on you so that you wouldn't feel guilty. One idiot I've been. Understatement of the year! Wataru and Coco shouldn't have to suffer just because I'm slow on the uptake. Slow! Another understatement of the year! What am I supposed to do? It really was all my fault. But knowing that didn't mean I could change what had happened. I can't help it, I'm so useless. I hit myself on the head. It sounded hollow like there was no brain inside. It's like, oh shit, it all makes sense now. I don't care about playing guitar or making Japanese sweets up here. I just want to be so oblivious to I just don't want to be so oblivious to my friends. Sorry, Wataru. Sorry, Coco. I found my inner bro. It just took forever. I love Nanaka, but I still want to be your friend. Is that selfish? Insensitive and selfish. Wait, no, insensitive and selfish. What a loser. I thought it over and over and sighed over and over. But nothing changed and I was still me. I wasn't mature enough to rise above it and I was too selfish to make a clean break. At least he hit himself in the head. I found an old note from Sakura-san on the table. I wondered when she made it home. The note said that she was going to be gone again for a while. Why did she come back to freaking put the same note then? It's like, I'm back, now I'm gone. He's like, I'm back for like 5 seconds, here's an old note, I'm out of here. Naka was taking attendance today, so she went to school before me. One there near me had gone ahead as well. It had been a while since I walked to school by myself. I strolled the winter streets all alone. It was still January, but cherry blossoms still drifted by on the wind. Huh? I looked back at the person who had addressed me. Coco. I stiffened up. Akane's words floated up in the back of my mind.
珍しく今日は一人なんだね。
Yeah.
どうかした？
I could tell that she was trying to force herself to act normal. It must have taken a lot of courage just to approach me. And yet, she was doing everything she could to accept the situation. So why was I the one who was so uptight? Good morning. You're going to school now, right?
そうなんだ。もしかして遅れそうかな？
I checked my watch, but I knew we had plenty of time. You know, I just thought a stupid thing to say when someone just like, you know, you're just walking along and you're just like, you think we're running late, and then you just say something stupid like, no, we're walking late. Just like, oh, very funny. That's the stupidest joke I've ever heard. We're fine, no way we'll be late today.
よかった。
Do you want to walk with me? Coco's expression tensed up for a moment, but then she brightened up with a smile. We walked to school side by side. I thought about saying something, but I couldn't find the words. Coco also seemed to be having trouble finding anything to talk about. But even though we didn't say anything, I felt like we were making some kind of progress. There was no awkwardness, the silence was more reflective. We were comfortable around each other. Slowly but surely we were mending the gap between our hearts. We were getting used to our reality one step at a time. Literally. We now bring you back to our regular schedule of drama. After school, Nanaka and I took our usual visit to see Yuzu-chan. It even has usual in there. Well, I'll save it for next time, because I still can't get over how oblivious Yoshiyuki is, man. Seriously, and I've been recording for I don't know how long, but it's probably maybe 2 parts worth, I don't know. See you next time, viewers. See you next time.